So I decided I wanted to make another table, a folding table actually, and I wanted to make everything, the folding mechanism, the legs, the tabletop, I wanted to do all of that from scratch. And the purpose for this table is because I want to start another YouTube channel that's going to need a table. And I know what you're thinking, dude, you don't even post consistent to this channel. Well, to that I say,
don't tell me my business, devil woman!
So I got a bunch of ash, I think 5/4, I think it was 6/4 to start. And after getting that glued up into 2 sections, I planed those even. And then I wanted to use some dominoes to join those 2 sections together just to try to minimize any difference between the top surface of both of these pieces. So for this other YouTube channel, the idea behind it is to review hot sauce. I love hot sauce, so I just thought it would be fun to see how many varieties of hot sauce I can get, and then just give my 2 cents on those. I think YouTube type stuff is more fun when the thing you're producing content on is something that you really enjoy. That, of course, is woodworking, but that's not my only interest. Hot sauce is another one of those interests. So to make the base of the table, I got a bunch of square tube, I think it was 1.5 inch square, and I cut those long enough so that the top of the table would end up at 30 inches, so these were probably 28 and a half, 28 and 3/4, somewhere in there, I don't remember exactly. And the angle iron I cut to be sort of like a base for the table, like a mounting base for these legs to connect to, so that they're able to fold. And the angle iron, this frame that I'm making with the angle iron, that is what's going to actually hold the legs to the table. I just welded each corner on both sides, tried to clean that up a little bit, and this 90-degree clamp that I got, I think I got it on Amazon, was actually really helpful in holding these right at 90, and it wasn't a bad price. I'll try to include a link for that in the description. Anyway, in my basement, which is where I edit, I have a spot right behind me where I've set up a backdrop, kind of a facade, where I want to record this show. Here I'm widening those holes to allow for a little expansion and contraction of the wooden top. Now I said I wanted folding legs, so these holes I'm drilling here are the pivot points for these leg sections, and they won't be 4 individual legs. It's going to be an H-shaped leg, set of legs, I guess, on both ends of the table. And the reason I went with folding legs is to be able to get this table into the spot where it's going in my basement. It's got to be able to fold up. Our basement's pretty small. The path to get to the basement is kind of small, so I've got to be able to make this compact. And I also had the idea that, I don't know, maybe if I wanted to record an episode somewhere else, like out, I don't know, if I'm camping or something like that, well, then maybe I could just haul the table along with me. Which it turns out the table's really heavy, so that's probably not going to happen, but we'll see. Now those pieces of bar stock, flat bar stock that I cut right there, those are going to be to make tabs to keep the legs from opening too far, which it turns out it didn't really need, but oh well. After squaring up the tabletop, I threw a chamfer around the edge. This is the bottom edge, just to make it a little softer, and I kind of like that design detail. This one wasn't enough, so I went a little deeper, and this chamfer here I was happy with. And just a very small round over on the top, and a whole lot of sanding. I'm not going to show most of the sanding because sanding is boring. Of course, I had to add my maker's mark, burn that in, and then I also added a year stamp. Now, I actually built this table several months ago while we still had snow. It's just taken me a while to get this video out because I wanted to have the hot sauce channel live before I posted this video so I could show what it is I made this table for. So I'll post a link to that as well if you're interested in hot sauce. Nothing fancy for the finish, just some armor seal. I think I ended up doing 3 coats. I don't remember. Now for the bottom of the legs, I wanted to use adjustable feet so that I could level this because my basement floor isn't perfectly level. So these little bits of flat bar stock that I'm cutting right here and cutting angles on the corners, this is so that I can slide them into the bottom of these legs. And the angled cuts are there because the square tube has radiuses on the corners, and so this is so that I will be able to slide these into the legs and weld them into place. Of course, I drilled a hole to be able to thread for the adjustable feet. I think it was 3/8, I don't remember. So I just use a corner magnet to hold those in place, tack them in, and then just complete the welds all the way around. And then cleaned it up, a little grinding, a little sanding. And there's a few spots where I noticed I didn't quite have a complete weld. And I guess it didn't really matter because no one's ever going to see this and it's plenty strong. But just, I don't know, maybe for good practice, I went back and re-welded a couple of those little spots so that it was, didn't have any more dips. Little cutting fluid, and there we go. I got those threaded for 3/8. I don't remember what the pitch was, but they work. And then I had cut some brackets to weld to the frame that would connect the legs. So these are the pivot points, or I guess the hinges that I made for this. And I know you might be thinking, dude, you're welding on OSB. That's stupid. This was in the middle of the winter. We had tons of snow. I wanted to melt the snow. So there was a reason. These are the tabs to keep the legs from opening too far, which, as I said, kind of became unnecessary with the brackets that I made to hold the legs open. But I kind of like the look. And of course, by the time I realized they were unnecessary, this was already done, so there was no point in trying to remove those. So this is for the brackets to hold the legs open. I took angle iron and matched it up across the tube that it needed to be able to grasp onto, and I drew a line that I could cut into both pieces, the idea being that once that's cut, I could weld 2 sections of this angle iron back together, and that would form kind of a cup that could grip around the square tube. And I just used a scrap piece of the square tube to hold that in place so I could weld along that seam. And I did that on the inside and the outside. And I made one of these for each corner, so there's 4 of them. Of course, the grinder works fine for the outside, and this is one of the things that prompted the purchase of the Harbor Freight detail sander that I did a video on a few months ago. So then those little clasps, or whatever you want to call that cup, were welded onto these short sections of square tube that had a 45 at each end. These are the leg brackets to hold the legs open, and then I've got some weldable hinges, welded the opposing end on that, and the hinge itself would be connected to the underside of the table. And with the legs, I had a specific length that I needed the table to be, and because of what that length was, I had to offset the legs from each other just a little bit so that when they fold, they don't hit each other. If you could make the table a little bit longer, you wouldn't need an offset, and the legs could be the full width of the table, but mine had to be just slightly offset, and because of that, it made a gap where these brackets needed to go, where they could not be welded to that steel frame, so they were going to have to actually bolt directly to the wood, the underside of the table. At least two of them did. The other two were able to be welded in place. So you'll notice there's a jump into the future here. That's because that footage got deleted. But here is the base all painted, bolted to the table. You can see how those brackets are connected to the table and how some of them are welded directly to the frame. And they just kind of flip in place to hold the legs open. And then they fall out of the way when you want to close the table up, and it's able to move. So here we are. I've got the table down in my basement. This is the backdrop I was talking about. It looks like it's its own wall. It's not. It is removable, and I actually need to take it down and adjust it. It's not quite wide enough to get the camera angle I'm after, but it still works for now. That will be an ongoing project for the other channel. And if you're interested in my new channel, my hot sauce channel, it's got a really creative name. It's just That Hot Sauce Guy. And I've got one episode up as of right now, and I will provide a link to that at the end of this video, and I guess in the description. And the idea is just every week I'm going to try a new hot sauce, see what I think, how spicy it is, whether it tastes good or not, and just do that until I run out of hot sauces to try. I'm not going necessarily for the ridiculously hot ones. I'm not really a fan of hot sauces that are hot just for the sake of being hot. There's got to be a good flavor to it. So that's what this table is for, mainly for that YouTube channel. There's going to be some other things I do with this as well. I recently got my FAA Part 107 drone license, and so on yet another channel I want to do more videos about drone usage and time-lapse photography, but basically video and photography stuff that has nothing to do with woodworking, that has nothing to do with hot sauce. I'll be using this set, I guess you could call it, as the spot for that channel as well. But I haven't really started doing any of that just yet. Anyway, this is my hot sauce table. I wish I would have not deleted that footage of when I was connecting the base to the table and painting the legs and all of that. It's nothing fancy. I really suck at painting, especially metal. That's something that's new for me, so it's just spray paint, nothing fancy. But the table is very sturdy. I'm really happy with how it turned out, except that it's not really very portable. The finished top is 1 1/8 inches thick, which is way thicker than it needs to be for what I'm using it for. But I really like the look. So as far as taking this table to do videos about hot sauce, if I'm camping or something like that, probably not going to happen. It's a real pain to get this around the corner, back up the stairs to the ground floor. So that's not going to happen. Anyway, Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Suggestions, you know, whatever, the normal deal. And if you want to see more of the things that I do in my shop, please subscribe. And if you want to get notifications of when new videos are released, go ahead and click that bell button, I guess. And we'll see you next time.